G'day, folks. How you going? If you like some of the content that Beaton 42 is putting on, feel free to subscribe, like, and please share it with everyone you know. We love all your support. Thanks very much. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Beaton 42 show, and we're going to talk about round 13. How are you, Beef?
Good, mate. Good. Looking forward to getting back on the horse this weekend, getting the games back. Both last start losers, so we need a strong effort from our teams this week.
That we do. And look, there's only 4 games this week, one each day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll start off with the Thursday game, Dragons and Broncos.
Yeah, so I'm a bit surprised they're playing a Thursday night game this week, right? With only 4 games, I thought that they would have had one Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, something like that. I think it makes more sense than stretching it out over 4 days. Yeah, look, both disappointing last start. Dragons get Jack de Belin back. He's been named in number 17 this week. No surprise after the inept performance last week. I think the Dragons will be too strong in this one. They're getting a few troops back this game. So I have the Dragons winning this one by 12 points.
Yeah, look, I'm leaning towards the Dragons as well. I think it'll be sort of around the 6 to 8 mark. Surprised that Ben Hunt didn't get picked for Origin at all in the squad. But Broncos missing a few, and they've dropped Milford again to bring back the superstar Tyson Gamble. So,
Yes.
Look, I think you guys are certs to win this game, and I think the first game for JDB to come back, he's gonna just be a real impact for, I reckon, only 25, 30 minutes, but you think maybe a bit longer?
Oh yeah, I think he'll get half a game, but the thing for us is, him coming off the bench. You want your bench to give as much as what your starting players had, so you don't lose anything through momentum. I think that we'll probably get a gain there because he'll come on and there'll be a boost of energy. And the last couple of weeks they've played Vaughan off of the bench, kind of probably backfired last week. But Vaughan can start the game, and then we've still got someone who comes on with impact with Jack probably for the next couple of weeks until he gets back in the starting team. So the other change is Jack Bird's gone into the forward pack, which is probably a good change. He's been playing very well too, so he's playing in the second row.
So who fills in the centres there for him? I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a worry. Jared Beale, he got smoked a couple of times last week, and then Braden Williame is playing in the centres as well. So certainly not a strength area, right? But hey, playing the Broncos, not playing against Penrith, right? So hope they're a team full of reserve graders too, right? So we shouldn't lose out too much there.
Yep. So speaking of the Panthers, we'll move on to the Saturday game. We got the Tigers and the Panthers, and the Panthers missing a bunch.
So that's a Friday game because it's so Friday night. One game on Friday night. Geez, I just don't know what I'm going to do with my Friday night. So look, I think Panthers still have enough class to win this game, right? So Matt Burton, who would have been pretty close to, be in the top 25, I would say, for Origin. He's been playing super this year, right? And he's probably exceeded expectations. At 5'8", they won't lose much, right? So Tyrone May at half, he's a decent player too. Lose some of the forwards, but I look at their team and they're still stacked with great players, right? So I think Penrith will get the job done. They'll get the chocolates by 8 points against the Tigers, who will be disappointed again, and Madge will be disappointed in his post game, but smiling again.
Yeah, well, look,
sure why he does that.
It's really hard for me to tip the Tigers, but I'm going to this week just purely on the fact I don't think the Panthers can field as good a side. And I think the Tigers are only missing Joe O, and let's be honest, he's no superstar.
Exactly. Well, how do you make Queensland, right? Yeah.
So, good luck to the Maroons. But look, I've got the Tigers just being a little bit too strong And I just think there's too many changes for the Panthers to gel immediately. I think they've still got a good side. A couple of rookies that are going to come off the bench, though. So there's 2 first-time players. Yeah, I've got the Tigers winning by 6, and I think Madge won't know how to do the press conference because it's a win. So, all right, we move on to the Saturday game because the Tigers and Panthers was a Friday game. And I'm not sure whether I've got the stomach to watch this, but the Storm and the Titans.
So Saturday night game, one game, Saturday 7:30. I guess I'm going to have to get really drunk on Friday night, right? So I can waste half of my Saturday and not have to be waiting for the football. Look, Titans are decimated, right? And if the Titans for me had 2 big gap areas, one is a lack of forward depth, and second is just lack of class in the outside backs. But to be without Fafita and Tino and Mo's out too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is your go forward. Now you've got Jared Wallace as your leader of your pack with Kevin Proctor. Good luck, right? So Storm are missing a few, but they're still pretty classy, right? So Storm will win this, and they'll win it pretty easy, right? So I've got Storm winning this by 22.
Hard to disagree. The Storm have been winning without their Origin playmakers for the last 3 weeks. There's no big difference here. The only difference now is Kafusi's out. So they will cover this. And yeah, I think 20's going to be pretty comfortable for the Storm. Look, it's impressive that the Titans are a few Origin players, and that makes me a bit proud. But gee whiz, that hurts. And you're right, we just don't have the depth to cover them like other teams. So look, I'll be cheering for them, and I hope them the best. But yeah, wow. All right, and we move on to Sunday, where we've got the Knights and the Eels to round out the round.
Knights last start winners, pretty decent in the end against Manly, right? But they're missing Frizzell, I think, with an injury. No Ponga again with Origin. He hasn't played for a while. No Pearce. They lose Safidi. Clemmer's going to be suspended. So they're just in a world of trouble. In Parramatta, they get Reid Marnie back. So Parramatta's down, Junior Paulo? Is there anyone else? Right? So I think that's it, right? So they're pretty ready to go, right? They dropped Blake Ferguson to reserve grade this week, right? So yeah, but you know what? They can, and they'll still win. They'll still win healthily this week, right? So I got Parramatta to win this one by 16 points.
Yeah, I got a feeling this will be just as big a win for the Eels as it will be for the Storm. I think it'll be 20 plus. Really hard to tip the Knights when they're missing so many, and they've been struggling. Yeah. Their only positive is they've got a Johns returning to the field for this week. He ain't no Joey, so he won't be making a difference for this. And yeah, I've got the Eels winning by a bunch. And, yeah, I think the Eels need to win this to be any sort of chance to contend this year.
Yeah. Well, they can't lose a game like this where they should win quite easily, right? So, yeah. So 4 games of football. It's. Well, are we going to watch AFL? Right? Yeah. No, of course we're not. We'll watch the NHL ice hockey playoffs this weekend. Right?
So. That's correct. Yep. So there's a few games there that I know will be happening, but you need to watch, so I won't mention anything right now. All right, mate. Well, let's hope we both put in much better performances this weekend than we did last week. I'll be happy with just being competitive, let alone winning a game.
Yeah, well, good luck. I think you guys need a bit of luck this week, right? But in the modern game now, you could luck in with a send-off early and then different game, right? So either that, hopefully send-off for Melbourne, not for you, because otherwise you might lose by 50, right? So let's see how we go. Let's hope the Origin is an aggressive game and it's not, interrupted by this stupid way that they're ruling on everything now, right? So blokes get hit on the shoulder and then it comes up. It's just it would really take Origin down a level, I think, if it goes that way. So.
Yeah. I don't think there's any danger of that. I'm sure they're acutely aware that this is the main game of the year for everybody, and they don't want a 13 on 11 for Origins. So look, fingers crossed that happens, but we'll have a chance to talk about that before the next Origin, and hopefully both of us can say what happened. So, all right, mate. Well, thanks very much for your time.
No problems. Take care. Peace out.